guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another nursing video. For all those who are new here, those who've never seen my face before, welcome guys. My name is Thando. I'm a nursing student, and on this channel I talk about nursing and a lot of other fun stuff. So if you are interested in that, do make sure that you hit the subscribe button, you like this video, and you check out my old videos just so that you get to know who I am. And everyone who's been here before, welcome back guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate you guys. So on today's video, we will be talking about enrolled nursing assistants or auxiliary nursing. Basically, we'll be talking about who they are, what their duties are, and what are the requirements for you to enroll in that course, and which schools you guys can go to if you are interested in auxiliary nursing. So without any further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, enrolled nursing assistants or enrolled nursing auxiliaries. Guys, it really doesn't matter what you want to call it. It's up to you. It's either enrolled nursing assistant or enrolled nursing auxiliary. It's the same thing. It's also the same as professional nurse and registered nurse. It's the same person. So I'm just gonna say ENAs, all right? So ENAs are the lowest ranking nurses in the three categories of nurses that we have in South Africa. We first have professional nurses or registered nurses at the top, followed by enrolled nursing, and then enrolled nursing assistants. Okay, but them being the lowest ranking nurses does not make their job any less important. Okay, it's just as important as that of the other nurses. It's just that their scope of practice is more limited as compared to that of the other nurses, but they play a huge role in assisting the other qualified nurses in administering the patient care. So how do they do that? They do that by providing basic nursing care to patients. That is basically providing or taking care of patients' primary needs or patients' general needs. I'm just gonna list their roles for you, their roles. Whoa! Their roles for you guys, just so that you have an idea of what they do. And I'm also just gonna read out the scope of practice of enrolled nursing assistants from the SUNC regulations, so that we are all on the same page and we understand what enrolled nursing assistants do. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by reading the scope of practice of an enrolled nursing assistant for you guys from the SUNC regulations. Hope you guys can see. All right, so I'm just gonna read out for you guys, and then later I will just list the duties that I know of an enrolled nursing assistants based on what I've seen them doing in the wards. But the scope of practice should give you guys an idea of what the registered enrolled nursing assistants really do. So here it reads as follows. The scope of practice of enrolled nursing assistants shall entail the following acts and procedures as part of the nursing regimen planned and initiated by a registered nurse or a registered midwife and carried out under his direct or indirect supervision. So the first one is the promotion and maintenance of the health of a patient, the provision of health and family planning information to individuals and groups, the care of a patient and the execution of a nursing care plan for a patient, the promotion and maintenance of a patient's hygiene, family, and a community, the promotion and maintenance of the physical comfort, rest, sleep, exercise, and reassurance of a patient, the prevention of physical deformity and other complications in a patient, the supervision over and maintenance of a supply of oxygen to a patient, the taking of the blood pressure, temperature, pulse, and respiration of a patient, the promotion and maintenance of the body regulatory functions of a patient, the promotion of the nutrition of a patient, the maintenance of intake and elimination of a patient, the promotion of communication with patient during his care, the preparation of individuals and groups for execution of diagnostic procedures and therapeutic acts by a registered person, the preparation for and assistance during surgical procedures under anesthetic, and also the care of a dying patient and a recently deceased person. That is the scope of practice of an ENA from the SUNC regulations. I didn't make this up. Okay, and also based on what I've seen ENAs doing in the ward. Yo guys, English is dribbling me today. But based on what I've seen ENAs doing in the ward, like, it's really, guys, basic procedures. That includes bathing patients who cannot bath themselves, because there are patients who just can't do anything for themselves. So they do bathing of patients, and that sometimes includes nappy changing and feeding of patients, because there's patients who cannot feed themselves, like their hands are not working, they can't do it themselves. And also we've already mentioned the taking of blood pressure, pulse, and temperature from the scope of practice. Also bed making, guys. And the way we do our beds in nursing is not the same as you do your bed at home, or the way I do my bed here at RIS. Like, there's a technique, there's a way we are taught how to make a bed. So also bed making, execution of a nursing care plan as mentioned in the scope of practice, and also intake and output, that is intake and elimination of a patient from the scope of practice. Also turning of patients, that's how you prevent the complications, because if maybe a patient is lying on the same position for too long, then they will end up developing bed sores, and bed sores are nasty. Okay, that shit is nasty. Yo, it's nasty, guys. And also transferring patients to other wards and receiving patients from different wards, and also the writing of files, guys. Enrolled nursing assistants do also write files. They do the nursing care plan, because they need to know how they're going to take care of the patient. And also in nursing, you need to record everything that you do to the patient. So if they help you with something, they need to write it down. Also, just like, yeah, the writing of files, basically. And guys, they do all these things that they do under direct and indirect supervision of a professional nurse. But them being supervised by a professional nurse or a registered nurse does not mean that the registered nurse does not do any of the duties that the ENAs do. What ENAs do is basically what enrolled nursing nurses do, and also registered nurses do. Registered nurses do everything that ENs and ENAs do and more. Okay, but ENAs do only that. Like, their scope of practice is limited. Registered nurses also do nappy changes. They also do beds. They also bath patients. Just because they supervise these ones, it doesn't mean that they don't do what they do, because in nursing, it's all about teamwork. Okay, you're not gonna not change a patient's nappy just because there's no ENA in the ward. We are taught how to do that. So being a registered nurse does not mean that now you will not take any blood pressure or anything. It's just that ENAs like can only do that. It's only limited. They cannot like give medication like nurses do. They cannot give injections and stuff, but they can, the nurses or the professional nurses can do what ENAs and enrolled nurses do. I hope we got that right. Anyway, guys, that is basically the role of enrolled nursing assistants. Now we're going to move on to the requirements. First of all, the course is a 1-year course, which is great. Oh my god, I really wish but the course was only 1 year. Anyway, it's a 1-year course. It's done at private colleges. I'm really not sure if a public colleges still offer the course, but it's mostly done at private colleges. So it's a 1-year course, and the requirements are not the same when you look at different institutions. They differ from institution to institution. So I looked at 3 different institutions, and then I just took out their requirements, and yeah, so I'm just gonna read them out for you guys. The first institution that I looked at is Ugwazi School of Nursing. So Ugwazi wants English 40%. Could either be English first additional language or English home language. It doesn't matter. As long as you have 40% upwards, then you're good. And also life sciences 50% upwards. So life sciences is a compulsory subject, guys. You must have life sciences. That's what I noticed from all these schools, that they want English and life sciences. And Ugwazi School of Nursing does also specify that you need to have an APS of at least 16 points. If it's less than that, then you obviously don't qualify. And then the second institution that I looked at is Netcare Education. So in Netcare, guys, wants English 30%. Ugwazi wants at 40%, and then Netcare wants English 30% plus. And then Nakon, it could either be home language or first additional language. It really doesn't matter as long as you did English in school. They want maths or maths literacy. Okay, it's not just mathematics. Maths or maths light, 40% plus. And also life sciences 40% plus. You see the difference. Ukwazi wants life sciences 50% plus, but Inedcare wants 40% plus. So the requirements really differ from institution to institution. And the last one I looked at is a Life College. Life College wants you to have English 50% plus. And then they want you to have maths literacy. Yeah, maths or maths literacy 40% plus, and life sciences 40% plus. When you look at all these three different institutions, they don't have the same requirements. So I personally think it's best to just have level 4 in everything, guys. Have your 50% in English, have your 50% in maths or maths literacy, have your 50% in life sciences, because life sciences is a compulsory subject. You must have life sciences and English. Those are really two important subjects in nursing. And then the institutions that you guys can go to for the enrolled nursing assistant course is Ukwazi School of Nursing. I've already mentioned that. Life College, which is they have different institutions or campuses. Let me say campuses. Life College, and also Inedcare has different campuses. And then there's this one. I can't say this word, guys. It's an Afrikaans word, so I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. You guys can see it. And then there's ESDA, that's another college and Mediclinic Learning Center. And this other one, I'm gonna put it here. But guys, I'm just gonna put a link. You see the video I did talking about the different nursing institutions. Just go back to that video, look at those links, and you will find the private institutions that you can study for the higher certificates in nursing. Okay, but yeah, that is really it from myself today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you really did enjoy it, please don't forget to like it, comment down below, and if you have any information that I didn't mention on this video, please put it down in the comment section, because it might help someone out there. But for me, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Anyway guys, I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.